Thanks, Ollie. I want to stick with sport, get a bit more reaction to the announcement of England's squad for the Men's World Cup in Qatar. We can speak to Russell Osborne, host of the Three Lions podcast. Thanks so much for coming on the programme.
No, thank you very much for having me. Good afternoon.
So, what do you make of the squad?
On face value, it's a very strong squad. I guess it's a predictable squad given the fact that we know the injuries we've got. I guess the three maybe surprises, mild surprises, I guess, are James Maddison being included. We've also got Callum Wilson from Newcastle United, and also Conor Gallagher. Maybe they're the three maybe ones that have been called for, especially James Maddison. The other two are maybe mild surprises, I guess.
Mild surprises, but we know that England fans like to get pretty angry and annoyed with if their star isn't included, and probably using anything but mild language. What do you make of some of the omissions? Has anyone got any genuine grievances, any genuine arguments about some of those names that have missed out?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few. Fikayo Tomori, I think, has been quite unfortunate. Obviously, he's a Serie A winner with AC Milan. He's unfortunately missed out, but he hasn't really been given minutes, or enough minutes, I think, by Gareth Southgate. James Ward-Prowse, I think, as well, is another one that can maybe feel a little bit hard done by. Obviously, we know how good he is at set pieces. Ivan Toney, I feel for Ivan Toney. I have to be honest that for quite a while, England fans and football fans in general were saying that he deserved a chance, bearing in mind he'd been doing really well for Brentford, especially at the beginning of this season and the back end of last season. He was eventually given a squad call-up for the last games against Italy and Germany. Unfortunately, didn't get on the pitch, and now hasn't made the squad. Although there's an issue which is acknowledged of betting surrounding him at the moment. So I mean that may have gone against him, but yeah, I do feel a little bit for Ivan Toney.
Okay, what about let's take a step back. Look at this squad. We now know the names. Of course, they may change with injuries. Still a bit of time to go before we start. But let's not dwell on that too much. Overall, how competitive do you think this squad is? You look at those names. You look at the biggest country's competitors. How well could England do it?
It's certainly a competitive England squad. It's got 11 players from Gareth's last World Cup squad, so he knows the ones that are competitive for him. Hopefully, we can go into this World Cup with without looking backwards and only looking forward. Obviously, the results previous haven't been ideal. We've just got to get through the group. That's the main thing. Then we can hopefully, by getting through the group, we've got a stable set of players, starting 11 that he's happy with, Gareth's happy with, and we can work our way through the group. Through the competition. So the further you get, the harder the teams become, and it really then can become a lottery. But how well can England do? I'd love to think we can win it, but I think we've got to be looking at the quarterfinals as a bare minimum.
Okay, we shall see. Thank you very much, Russell Osborne. Great to have your thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now to the US.